Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit about passions and being multi-passionate. It's a term that I just came across recently and it kind of clicked in my brain that, wow, okay, maybe this explains everything that goes on in my mind about certain things. So let's get into it. So for the longest time, I thought that I actually didn't have a passion or a talent. Like I would see other people, light up about certain things that they would talk about, and it was just obvious that they had a passion and that they knew what they were doing with their life. Everything was just set in stone for them. And I always admired those people, and I thought, why don't I have something like that in my life? So I started to think that maybe being passionate just wasn't something for me, and that maybe I was just meant to be mediocre the rest of my life. Like I could do things, but I would never excel at them to max potential. I just thought, I don't know, that maybe I can do things, but never be fully passionate. But that's pretty much changed since starting content creation, and it's been a bit of a up and down roller coaster trying to figure out if I'm actually passionate about what I'm doing when it comes to creating videos and other things like that. And things kind of changed when I came across this term multi-passionate, and really just kind of sparked that within me that, okay, this is something that actually exists. I know there's a lot of videos and information out there about being multi-passionate. I guess there's two sides to it, where some people see it as a way that it can be a way that you procrastinate because you're just so focused on so many different things. It's a way of procrastination by having all these ideas in your mind. So I saw that in an article. It was interesting to kind of read about. But other people see it in a different light. And I'm trying to see it in more of a different light, that this could be a good thing for me, especially coming from someone who thought they really had no passion whatsoever and was just kind of existing here with nothing that I really cared about. And so, yeah, I'm gonna try to take this in a different direction about being multi-passionate and seeing how this goes. But it really just made me realize that it's okay to like a lot of different things. So I'm going to take that forward with me. Another kind of topic or word that comes into being multi-passionate is niche. And this is something that I'm sure that a lot of people have heard if you've started content creation or any other avenue, even opening like an online store, for example. People always say to find your niche. That's always the first step that you take. And when I first started my YouTube channel, I had a really hard time finding a niche. I didn't know exactly what I was going to offer my audience or things like that. And that kind of stressed me out a little bit because I really wanted to just narrow down to one specific thing and just put that out into the world, and I have a niche and I'm good. I've done that first step that a lot of people recommend is the way to success. That never ended up happening for me. I never fully found a niche, except I found something else. And this was a video that I saw on TikTok a while back, and I don't know why I'm just remembering this now, but this creator, she's also Canadian, so that's really nice. She talked about how you should become your own niche. And it was really nice for me to see this because before, a lot of the content I was seeing was, find a niche in lifestyle or whatever, beauty, etc. And she put a different twist on it and said that you are your niche. And she had this exercise where you would put a picture of yourself on a screen, and then around it you would just list a bunch of things that make you you. So I did this at the beginning of January, and I posted this on my UGC TikTok, but it kind of just shows everything that's about me. So now that I've come across this whole concept of being multi-passionate and then combining that with the fact that you are your personal niche, you can build your own brand, you are the niche, I feel like I can really move forward with this. And there's a lot that comes with me as a person, as anyone. A lot of people have deep secrets, things that make them them. That can be, good experiences, bad experiences. There's so much that makes up me as a person, and I can bring that through my content by just being myself. And the thing with creativity is that it has no bounds, and I feel like before I was trying to restrict myself and put myself into a category, and that category doesn't really allow me to grow because I'm restricted within that niche or that category. I think the other thing that can kind of come from being multi-passionate though is that you can feel very overwhelmed and not able to focus on one particular thing at a time because you just have a lot of ideas. And I think that's something that I've struggled with a little bit, but I think as well that even though that happens, that there's still more that I can gain from this and gain from enjoying a lot of different things. If you know that you're passionate about multiple things, understand that there could be levels to that. So I'm not gonna assume or think that, okay, because I'm multi-passionate, all of my passions are on the same level. You can be overwhelmed by all of the possible options and things that you're doing, but understanding that there's levels will help you, because yes, maybe you have a bunch of things that you like to do, but you may put a bit more focus into something that is higher up on your passion list versus something that's a little bit lower, and not feeling bad if one, or the energy that you put into one over the other, isn't exactly equal. As I've experienced different things that I'm learning that I'm passionate about, I'm realizing what those levels are. And one of the good things about it is that even if I kind of go a bit off track, I always come back to what's the higher priority. And for me, that highest priority is my creativity and having control over that creativity. There's a lot of ways that you can be creative, but what is the way that sits with you the most and you feel is the most important to you? And I think for me, I've tried a good amount of different things so far, creativity wise, and yet I always come back to my YouTube. So yeah, this was just a little bit of my thoughts out on camera, which seems to be the theme of most of my videos these days. But I hope that you enjoyed this video and that you learned something. I don't think being multi-passionate can necessarily be a bad thing, and so I wanted to talk about it because it really just had a bit of an impact on me when I heard that this was something that actually exists. I didn't really know how to describe what it was that I was feeling, and in terms of, I have all these ideas and things going on in my mind. I didn't know what the word was to describe that. I just thought I was just overwhelming myself. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that, and I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.